You probably heard it everywhere. YouTubers saying, I quit YouTube. This is my last YouTube video. I'm done with YouTube. Alright, and then you've got Twitch streamers saying that I'm done with Twitch. This is my last stream. I need a break from Twitch. Streaming is so stressful. I'm going to cut down my streams. Alright, and then you hear VTubers saying, going like, oh, I'm gonna graduate. Please come to my last stream. And then ha. I know honestly it's kind of sad sometimes, but a lot of this is caused by this thing called content creator burnout. Yeah, over the past 2 years, multiple times I've been facing this content creator burnout myself, and I can say that not all burnouts are the same. Let's get on to talking more about content creator burnout. Everyone, Kochi Caturteer in the house here, and welcome to the Caturteer-Channel. I'm a full-time illustrator and animator, and on this channel I do art commentary and story time. So if you hear me talk about my content creator journey, things about AI, I guess what's happening in the AI art field or whatsoever, I remember subscribe to this channel. And without further ado, let's get on to talking about creator burnout. So a lot of us, we love creating content. That's why we become content creators. Alright, it's usually not because, we are doing content creation because it's a good paying job. It's usually not that good, to be honest. Usually, there are some exceptions. But anyways, why do we create content? The first thing is, validation. A lot of us content creators, alright, we create, we post online, we like to see the likes. Alright, sometimes it's not about seeing the likes, but we like to see that people see our work, people comment our work, people appreciate our work. I mean, there may be nasty comments and all, but in general, it's more about putting our work out there, right? And we don't have to be big sometimes. We just want people to appreciate what we have done. We like people to like our work. And it's this very weird, toxic relationship in a way, where you just want the validation, rather than, keeping our artwork stuck inside a dingy, sketchbook or something. Yeah. Anyways, yes, so we like to create our videos, we like to make our thoughts, put our thoughts out there and all. And the second reason is money. We want to pay the bills without working a 9-to-5 job most of the time, to be honest. But honestly, it's a trap, okay? I, as a full-time animator and artist and creating content, I am working a 1 p.m. to 4 a.m. bedroom job. I mean, you get what I mean. I work in my bedroom. Like, my bedroom is my office and my bedroom. Not that I work on the bed, if you get what I mean. Anyways, honestly, I find that yes, there's money in content creation, but it's definitely not the best paying job. Definitely not the best paying job. Yeah. Even though there are like exceptions, those are the rare exceptions. It's not a thing that everybody's going to get, and a lot of us actually do content creation as a part-time, where we have a day job and we still do content creation after that. It's not very so much for earning that extra money. What's the extra money? Honestly, if you work a second part-time job, you probably earn more extra money most of the time, right? But we are doing it because we just love creating content. Yeah, so this thing, what actually burns us out is actually not the content, but the bells and whistles all around it. As I believe I've mentioned multiple times in this video, I'm an animator and artist, so I am really bad at music, and I absolutely hate video editing. Alright, video editors out there, please don't be offended. I love you all, alright, but I just can't stand video editing. Alright, I don't know, it's just something weird about me, I guess. I can do like multiple artworks a day. I can draw from morning to night, or do animation from morning to night, alright? And I still feel like drawing more. I feel like animating more. However, give me a video to edit for 1 hour, and I feel like I'm dying. I'm burning in hell. My soul is burning in hell just from 1 hour of editing videos. Yeah, that's for me at least, okay? And the other thing is called platform burnout. I think this is probably more common. You do hear people commenting, oh, the YouTube algorithm is trash. The Twitter algorithm is trash. TikTok requires you to feed into the, algorithm bait. I understand. Even, for me, I've been working along with this whole algorithm thing for 2 years plus. I got more serious around last year, so it's 2 years-ish. Last year I got more serious, so yeah, 2 years-ish. So no matter how painful it is, I've been working along this whole algorithm, push, right? I'm creating content that I don't exactly enjoy for the sake of outreach. And that's really common, all right, if you want to get into algorithm. And this alone can lead to people having a lot of burnout because, you know, you can work so hard and it's really not what you want to create. So it's taking time away from what you really want to create. Yeah, it's kind of like oxymoronish. It's conflicting ideas. Okay, my English is not working right now. Anyways, all right. So at the same time, I have been putting hard work into my own channels, and sometimes one small thing can just mess everything up for you. Like recently, I had you know, a copyright strike on my copyright warning on my channel. Okay, content warning on my channel, and then suddenly my channel plummeted from, you know, 1,000+ views to like less than 100 views on average. If you want to hear more about that, I've got a video right here all about it, about how YouTube lied to me. They say, it's not going to affect your channel, you'll be fine, there's nothing wrong. Stats says otherwise, okay? Whatever they say about, you know what, shadow ban don't exist on YouTube and all, I can tell you, that's a lie. YouTube, you better have to fix something, I guess. Hey. So yes, that's my rant about how YouTube is being a mess. Anyways, right, YouTube aside, the other algorithms and all the other platforms, each platform has a different algorithm. TikTok has their own way of doing things. Instagram have their own way of doing things. Facebook have their own way of doing things. I really, you know, as a content creator, it will blow your mind. Not in the sense of like, wow, this is so great. It's called, oh my, yeah, we need to deal with so many algorithms. This does that and that does that. It's just so much work, okay? Trust me. Then comes the other thing, which is called the imposter syndrome. This one also burns people out a lot. So for this one, you feel you're never good enough. Okay? Like you go like, oh my god, this person gets 1,000 likes. I get 5 likes. Oh my god, this person gets 50,000 likes. I get 5 likes. You know, it's still kind of like imposter syndrome. And then you go like, is my art really not good enough? I need to improve my art? Do I have to create better content? Do I have to edit my videos better? Do I have to come out with more content? Do I have to like post 20 times a day? You know, you have this like imposter syndrome just setting in so badly. Especially the moment you start to take content creation a little more serious. This imposter syndrome sets in so hard. Okay? And you know what's the worst part? Your past successes are your biggest enemy. Imagine, you know, something like, I posted this last month, I got 2,000 likes. Post this month, I got 5 likes. You just suddenly feel like, oh my god, did I do something wrong? And then you start questioning your purpose of life. Do you question like, what went wrong in the past month? And I can tell you, this is actually something that's really stressful in content creation. But then again, at the same time, when it comes to content creation and getting all this, I don't know, impressions and outreach, it's all about luck, hype, and algorithm. You can't really control. And when you can't reach the same peak as you once did before, it's like, you feel like you're failing. Yeah, it's just so tiring. On top of that, you know, for me at least, okay, one thing that did lead me into a bit of burnout lately as well is when I was doing animation 2 years back. I was like doing a lot of live 2D rigging. I was doing spline animation, After Effects, motion graphic stuff. I felt that I'm very restricted because a lot of my animation stuff are, you know, artworks given to me by my clients. So I end up having this very, you know, tough situation where whatever my clients give me or what my artists give me, I'm stuck with that. There is no way for me to create artworks or animations beyond what is given to me. You get what I mean? Like, I'm stuck with what I'm working with. So it's very hard for me to expand. Like, sometimes I see some live 2D riggers, they come out, oh, special effects here, special effects there. And then I'm like, I can't do it because my artists refuse to draw. My artists say, not enough time. Clients say, not enough money. And I just can't progress my rigging stuff, which is actually really bad, to be honest. So that's actually one of the motivators that got me into, like, you know, doing art. Okay, that's why I decided, like, I'm going to power up my art, I'm going to level up my art. That was one thing. But art came with more problems. Okay, so when I see people do art, I go like, oh my god, the art looks so good, how do they do it? And then, you know, I go into this whole spiral of I want to draw more. Of course I do end up drawing more. And then I draw and draw and draw and draw and draw, and then I go into this spiral of I need to level, I need to level, I need to level, I need to get better, I need to, you know, do so much for my artwork and all. And I'm chasing a never-ending goal. Sometimes I feel like I'm collapsing under my own weight. I know, it's like your goal to want to get better ends up crushing you. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Like, Even I myself, I'm struggling with it a lot. Like this imposter syndrome and all. It really bites at me really hard. And here's the worst part. People say, oh, you should work less. You should learn how to take a break. Honestly, yes. If you look on the surface, yes, it makes sense to take a break. Alright? But that's not viable for most creators. If you're working, if you're working a full-time job or what, you take a break, you basically won't have time to do any more content creation. As a content creator, I take a break, I got no money! Who's got to pay the bills? It's just, rack up. It's going to just give me stress. And then as someone who does commissions and all, if I take a break, I get backlog. And if I get backlog, I get pressured by backlog. I feel like I'm collapsing over it. It's really a terrible situation where, it's this very toxic cycle, right? As a small content creator, and especially if depending a lot on content creation for work and all, right? You take a break, you got no money, you get stressed, you get burnt out because you need to do more work, and then it's this very toxic cycle. I can't seem to break out of it. I have no solutions. All right, I've got no solutions for myself. I'm stuck in this toxic relationship with content creation. Okay. So let me know in the comments, any of you actually face this sort of stuff, alright, like content creation burnout and all? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious to know how your breakout content creation burnout. I'm very curious to see who else goes through content creation burnout, how they get out of it, alright? Living for yourself is definitely one thing, but I need to pay the bills. Yeah. Okay? And with that, right, I still enjoy content creation, don't worry. That's why I am still here. Okay? And if you want to know about a huge content, collaboration I did recently, it's with, a lot of artists for Super Sentai. Do check out this video where I talk more about it. And in a slightly, near future video, I'll be looking through all their artworks as well. But anyways, you want to see a 50 artist collab? Check out the video. I mean, I won't show the whole thing, but you get to, hear me talk about my experience doing the collab. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Nya nya!